Okay, this is going to be a video response to Jazzy Happ and his video entitled Atheists, Do You Even Know What You Believe? Now, first off, I find it hard to believe that those examples that you put in your sidebar are anything close to resembling any kind of debate that you've had. I fail to see how an atheist would bring up the Bible to answer a question that has nothing to do with the Bible. You talk about the presupposition of naturalism, which just seems very bizarre to me. We live in the natural world. Why wouldn't we accept things that there are rational explanations for? This reality is the only one that we live in. It just seems like common sense to me that we would only believe in things that occur in this reality that we know about. Now, I don't want to believe in anything solely on faith, because I care that what I accept is considered to be correct or not, or whether there's evidence for it and whatnot. Believing in illogical suppositions just seems completely counterproductive. It tells you nothing about this world and stunts your knowledge, because you can just make up pretty much any answer you want to, which is another a reason why I am an atheist. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who believes in a religion is illogical. There are plenty of logical Christians, people that believe in the Bible but also believe in things like evolution and rights for homosexuals and whatnot. But even still, a part of them is illogical, because they are believing something without any evidence whatsoever. Now, you talk about what is the more logical conclusion. Well, I may be way out there on this one, but I believe something based on whether or not it has evidence to back it up. I mean, that is primarily why I am an atheist, and that is why I believe that atheism is the more logical conclusion than theism, because there is no evidence to suggest that a supernatural being created the universe, and if he did, and even if he did, for some reason he made it look like everything that we have discovered has a naturalistic cause, which is a bit weird when you think about it, really. I do believe that life came from non-living matter for just that reason, because of the evidence. Now, whether or not you think this is the most logical choice or not doesn't really concern me. It's backed up by evidence, so that's what I am going to accept as the correct explanation. It doesn't mean that it won't be that a better theory won't come along later on, and then we may dismiss this abiogenesis, and there may be more evidence for a new theory. But that's fine. This is called intellectual honesty. You can't do that with a religion. Religion is very rigid. If something's wrong, then it's wrong for all time, and you cannot change it. Whereas things I believe are very flexible. Of course, I'm just talking about myself here. Not all atheists believe in the same things. There are no doctorates. There are no tenets. There's no dogma. Atheists can believe pretty much in anything that they want, apart from a god, because then they wouldn't be atheists, obviously. Some atheists believe in the supernatural. Some are naturalists. But don't lump everyone together, you know. And then you talk about being brainwashed. Now, I'm not saying there aren't any irrational atheists out there, because there are, just like every other group of people. But I am not one of them. So, you know, chuck your 100% atheist judgment out the window. And then you go on like an argument that I've heard many times about atheists just don't want to believe in God, which, as I said, has been refuted so many times. I fail to see why you haven't heard a good explanation about this. It just seems really stupid to me that someone would not want to believe in your specific God if they knew it was real. If they knew it was real, then they would probably know the punishment for not believing in him, and yet they would still choose not to believe. To me, that makes absolutely no sense. I mean, of course, I could say the same thing about you and every other god that you don't believe in, and that God created me in such a way that he knew that I was going to be an atheist. But then that's another video. I know exactly what I believe, and I have no problem at all in talking about it. I believe that gay people have the right to get married, adopt, serve in the military, and do anything that straight people can do that they can't right now. I also believe that creationism should never be taught in schools. I believe that prostitution should be legalized, and I believe that X-Men Origins Wolverine starring Hugh Jackman completely sucked ass. But then those are just a few of the things that I believe and believe in. Now, I just want to talk a little bit more about abiogenesis. As I said before, I believe that life originated from non-living matter because the evidence points to that conclusion. I'll leave you some links in the sidebar about experiments which have led scientists to accept this theory. Of course, it's not 100%. Nothing in science is, but it's the best explanation we have so far. Now, just because there are holes in our thinking does not invalidate what we do know. There are things that we don't know about gravity. We don't know yet why gravity is so weak when you compare it to the other three forces. But we still believe that it exists. When we have such overwhelming evidence that gravity does exist, having holes is not such a huge deal. But they are things that we can strive towards to find out what we don't know and to advance our knowledge. And that is one of the reasons why I love science. It is the study of the natural world, and it's not only advancing knowledge, but it's advancing us as a species. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I hope I gave you some things to think about, or at least I'll let you know that there are rational atheists out there. I think that's about it now. So, cheerio.